What is in the sky, everyone? My name is Lasmalan and welcome to Age of Defense, a game that I know exists and is kind of similar to Age of War, which I've already played through. Obviously, I was curious to check it out. Also, it's made by Belugaran Games. Also, some water flame-ish music, so sort of similar to the Age of War soundtrack to Age of War and Age of War 2, which isn't a surprise because when I was opening the game in Flashpoint it said Waterflame was one of the developers. But Age of Defense. You're a brave warrior armed by 3 types of weapons. Thrown objects with high damage, arrows with low damage and quick reload, and a gun with medium damage. We can set the background. Wait, do we not cast units? Hold on. Do we? Oh. We protect our base, which sounds similar to games like The Great Siege, maybe Bowmaster, okay. Sure, but there are units. Oh, it's literally the same loop as Age of War. Oh. In that case, I don't know if I'm gonna enjoy it, because as fun as it is to throw rocks, I kinda enjoy, you know, tactical warfare a little more. So this might be more like it. Immediately after recording Age of Defense, I opened Age of Defense 2, and there's actual units here that we can use. So, ooh, oh right, this music. I know this music. We can use the stone. We can send club swingers at them. They swing at clubs. Oh, how are you getting through? Then stonemen behind them, I assume. Are stonemen ranged? Oh no, they're not. They just hit people with stones. Should have figured. Okay, so this is more like it. But I'm noticing the lack of a castle. And I'm just slightly worried about that. Oh, catapult man. We need this guy and then a catapult man behind him. Yeah, that's the ranged units. I know this is kind of like a battle gear type situation. Like there's no castle, okay, and we win, I guess, because our people made it there, which I guess kind of makes sense. Battle gear is also by Belugaran Games, and I don't remember it being extremely well made, even though I am planning to play it. I think it had a lot of content, but there were some levels that, like, didn't even have win or loss conditions or something. Or maybe I'm remembering it wrong. It's been a whole lot since I played the game. And I'm enjoying the fact that this music is now not... It's not Age of War music, it's not Glorious Morning, even though this music is by Waterflame. So, unit tree and skill tree. We have Goblin, Dino Rider, and a Wizard. Ooh, you know what? I'm getting a... Oh, I am not getting a Wizard. It's an upgrade tree, sort of like Epic War 4. So I'm getting a Dino Rider. That's what I am getting. Can't get an Ogre. I do want to get a Goblin, though. Not focusing on the skills yet. Alright, so this might work. So they also have Club Swingers on this level. There's a lot of levels, by the way. So... we can try to summon some Dino... I wonder if I can win but with just Dino Riders. Because these guys, how can they even damage my Dino Riders? They're just gonna walk right past. Oh, but my Dino Riders are gonna miss. I guess that's how they beat us. And then I'm not exactly sure how I can, like, when it allows me to summon units. Have I lost? I have not lost, but I think my health dropped. We can have more Dino Riders, which are extremely unreliable, but at least they work. This is also... this battle system... I see, because I read it in the developer of Age of War was saying that, like, Belugaran Games aren't ever going to be as good as Age of War, which sounds a little arrogant, but I can kinda see what he was talking about. Alright, Wizard. Why does my Prada drop so much? when it says here cost 98. And instead of going like to 0, it goes to like extreme negatives. And then also, they attack... Oh my goodness. This is extremely bad. Because they attack a unit, and then instead of attacking him again, they keep on walking like they don't see the unit anymore. They're like, well, we attacked him, he must be dead. They don't even check to see if he's dead, and he's not dead. And I still somehow haven't won, despite being here. Like, how does... Oh, right, okay, yeah. I guess they ran out of lives. Okay. Skeleton. Can't get him by 1 point. Ogre? I can get him. Maybe the Ogre is gonna be our savior. We have Hydras and Dragons. Huh. The heroes for tier 4 units. And we're going to be able to get them probably in the next one, although we might not have enough money for them. If not, we can get the Skeleton. Triple ammo for the Catapult Man. Firepower, okay. Let's do one more. Let's do one more level. They actually have their own flying units this time, which, if we've learned anything, then flying units are just not that great. We'll get some goblins. Yeah, like, a lot more Prada gets subtracted. I don't even know what Prada is, but a lot more of it gets subtracted than I think is logical. And their units hit. Like, their units hit our ogres perfectly, whereas ours, they do nothing of the sort. Let's see an air battle. Birds versus birds. Theirs hit, ours miss. Imagine my shock. Wow. This is a little embarrassing. Just a little. Now my wizards decide to miss. What is this? What is this? Somebody explain to me. I should not have gotten my... I mean, I don't regret this, because I needed to see this. I just needed to see this. But, I'm glad that I... and I somehow got the few... Whatever. So... What do we learn from this? Don't do Age of Defense, kids. Unless it gets really good later, but it's just embarrassingly bad now. And I don't often say this about games. I don't often play games and say that they're embarrassingly bad. And I'll give the game that. There are good things about the game. For example, a lot of units who actually seem to do different things. I'll give the game that. That is a genuinely good feature. Skill trees also seem to be pretty good. Like, I can get this triple ammo, and now my catapult men are better. But I'm not very tempted to unlock the entire tree of units whenever I can't even rely on them to perform, like, I can't rely on them to fight, like proper units. In Age of War, the unit gets, like, units fight one at a time, they get stuck behind each other. Which is a little unrealistic, but it's nothing compared to here, where the wizard shot at the incoming clubman. The clubman didn't die, but the wizard is just, okay, we shot him once, moving on. And then he kills them, because that's logic. And maybe we're supposed to exploit that type of system to win, but I don't really feel like doing that. So, you know, if you've played the game enough to know what's going on here, please say so in the comments. And also, if you happen to know any games of this style that are better or different that might be better, feel free to suggest them, and I might very well check them out. Alright, I played Age of Defense. Didn't like it. Played Age of Defense 2. It was better, but I still didn't like it. Now I'm really curious what Age of Defense 3 is going to offer. And I'm not going to play this for a long time. I'm just checking out, like, a brief 5 to 10 minute overview of these 3 games. Even though I think I played the last one for more than 5 minutes. So this seems to be closer in style to the second one, which is good. And they have some interesting units, which might have been from the second one. I didn't unlock. I unlocked basically none of the units. I unlocked the wizard, unlocked the bird rider. I had him from the start, I think. And then the rest of these are news to me. Alright, well, I don't have high expectations. I also don't think I'm gonna... Is this literally the same game? Enemy. Enemy spelled with 3 E's. Nice. I don't even remember if the same spelling mistake was in the first one. So I forgot that it's Belugaran games we're talking about. Okay, so they're larger now. So maybe the system is slightly better. Okay, we have a club swinger and then some catapult men. This is, you know, I will say this. Oh my goodness, why is he teleporting? Why? I don't get this. I think the game is literally bugged. What is this? And why do units seem to be taking damage? Oh, okay, they're not taking damage. It's just that they first, like, when they fall, they walk backwards as if they're alive, and then they die. Okay, Stoneman. And why do my Stonemen have the... Oh, it's because of the Catapult Man. So the Catapult Man is not called the Catapult Man for no reason. Apparently he actually launches units and then they die. You know, I can respect that. He's actually a good unit, and even though I was at first fearing that this was just going to be the same game all over again, because Belugaran Games does that a lot, the system actually seems to be improved compared to the second one, and out of the 3 games, this is the one game that I might actually consider playing more of. Even though it is similar to the first one, but like it seems to be overall more... It seems to be overall more sound as far as gameplay mechanics go. Like, it doesn't feel like something completely weird is going on. I actually feel like I can orient... Like, I don't know. I guess me not sending units here was a mistake. But we do have another 2 catapult men coming. I wonder if they're gonna keep sending units infinite. Oh. Clubmen just have the strange ability to teleport all the way over there to the right. Don't know why. Do I care? Well, kind of. I would like to know what that's all about. Now we can get the Dino Rider. Is the Dino Rider actually going to be reasonable this time around and not miss all the time? Let's find out. So he is huge, and I actually like that. They scaled things up this time. We have a Catapult Man as well, and then just some Club Swingers and Stoners. Yeah, I'm gonna call them Stoners. He misses again. Hey, can you, like, not? Oh, he hit someone. He hit... Our Catapult Man catapulted some of their units in the air, and then he hit them from there. But also, his stones don't actually seem to even kill people. I guess 1 stone isn't enough to kill people, which calls under question whether he's worth it, because he's definitely costs a lot more than a regular person. And I think Catapult Men might be more effective. But we'll get another one just in case, because I mean, he isn't dying, they can't get to him, so despite him possibly not being very effective, he is going to be with us forever, so I might as well get an army of them. And then clean up the rest of the guys that that our Dino Riders miss with Stonemen. Also, since they can't die, they keep going, and there is no way for the enemy to prevent our Dino Riders from reaching their base. So, in a way, I actually like sending a whole bunch of Dino Riders in there. Like, 1 Dino Rider is gonna be hardly any help at all, but 10? That might happen. That might help. Okay, now these guys... I think it's bugged. I think the game is bugged because like these Dino Riders had the attack animation playing, but they weren't actually throwing rocks. Okay, victory. We cannot get the skeleton. In fact, we seem to be getting the exact same number of points as as with Age of Defense 2, but just overall better than Age of Defense 2. Let's spam wizards and see if that's a good idea. Which it might be, because they seem to actually be decent at killing the normal guys. And then of course they stop attacking them, so that makes them geniuses. It's just like the second game. Except I don't think it's as bad here. I think they might have like fixed it, but not completely. It's still bad. It's still a big inconvenience for us. Alright, let's actually send goblins, because I think goblins are fast. They might get here in time to help our wizards not get damaged too much. Oh no, the goblins are about as fast as the regular stonemen. Well, the army of wizards actually worked, so I guess that's nice. And the goblins, while small, I do think that they cost 1 life basically to the base. So, they are an effective way of stealing their lives, I guess. Now we can not get the dragon yet. We can get the ogre. I actually don't want to get the ogre though. I want to wait and see whether we're gonna have luck. So, you know, as usual, wizard spam, but I am also gonna get the bird. 2 birds. Because they're gonna have birds of their own. But the rest, wizards. I don't know, maybe our birds will distract them, will distract their own birds. And the wizards can't shoot in the air, so we are winning that struggle. Yeah. But I actually would like more birds at this point, because we have an army of wizards that are doing decently, but our 1 bird is going to die soon. Right, more wizards. We'll send some goblins as meat shields. Because the wizards, even the wizards, who are more reliable than the birds, are not very reliable. They randomly stop shooting when the enemy is still there, and not a fun time for us, I must say that, but we won. Alright, we can get the dragon. I mean, who doesn't want to get the dragon, let's face it. We also cannot get the Hydra, but we might be, well, like, if we got the Ogre, we might have been able to get the Hydra next time, but I went with the dragon. Now here they just have these guys. I guess this means that they're gonna be using all of their resources on these two, on the Catapult Man and the Dino Rider, and so, you know, since they're stronger, it will be a more effective use of their resources. So, Dragon, show yourself to be decent, please, unlike those Dino Riders. Oh, they can't even hit you. Are you gonna do anything? Are you gonna do anything? Okay, we need things. We need things. And I think wizard spam is just proven to be effective. So the dragon, I think the dragon sucks. Maybe he was just under the wrong circumstances, but the dragon just didn't do garbage. Now these things are killing my wizards, and they're actually hitting because there was a lot of wizards, so it was easy to hit one of them. But I am sending more as we speak, and the bird is dying, so yeah. Now we need to defend our, like, yeah, because we need something here. We don't have the ogres, which maybe I should have bought the ogres instead of the dragons, because clearly buying the dragon was just not a very smart move. I bought the dragon, he went out there and he died. So we're gonna lose this one. In fact, I might as well surrender now. And there's a bit of a delay for some reason, but this time we need to be smarter about it and immediately build up our army of wizards. And if that doesn't work, then we'll use something other than wizards. We can actually use our own catapult men, but the thing is, I don't think catapult men can hit up in the air, because they couldn't hit my dragon, so they're not going to be able to hit their birds. The wizards can hit their birds, but they're not even shooting at the birds. Now, maybe now will be a good time to get the dragon and see what the dragon does. We can get a bird of our own. So how much does the dragon cost? 327, okay. 327. We'll get a wizard, then a dragon, and then keep spamming wizards, because the dragon didn't really halt our wizards too much. So dragon, what are you doing? Are you actually... Dragon's just dying. So I think summoning that dragon was just an outright mistake for me. And they keep spamming birds, we can't really recover from this. Because they killed all of our wizards. Okay, I'm surrendering again, I get the point, We should not buy dragons, and wizards don't seem to be doing too well. Now, I think surrendering is actually a mistake, because I might have gotten more upgrade points if I hadn't surrendered. triple ammo. I'm gonna upgrade the catapult man and try to use them more. With a meat shield and another meat shield, but just catapult men. To match their catapult men and even to exceed them, because, you know, ours are upgraded. And they can't shoot at the birds. Now, this is one of those rare instances in this game where a bug actually makes things better for us than for them, because they could not attack the birds, which I assume was a bug. I don't know why we can, they couldn't. The upgrade said triple shot, it said nothing about letting us shoot at air units. But now this actually works to our advantage, because we can shoot them, and we also have birds of our own, so we are actually doing really well here. And now I'm going to buy a dragon and see that if maybe in these circumstances the dragon is actually going to be worth a damn. Now, after the dragon I have to keep spamming the catapult men, because if I run out of my supply of catapult men, the dragon's going to be unsupported and die a horrible death. So dragon. Oh, the dragon's gonna die a horrible death regardless of how supported he is. The dragon is garbage, and I really made a mistake by buying that dragon. I will buy a wizard though, because wizards aren't bad, they just get overwhelmed in this mission. That's what they do, but the catapult men with that triple shot upgrade are actually doing really well against their normal catapult men. Yeah, we got a couple of wizards there. They are gonna help us fight them off. Oh, was I summoning birds? I actually do want to summon birds, because when we have birds and catapult men, I think that works better than their birds and catapult men. But, I mean, we are getting pushed back, so my statement is debatable. Very much debatable. I'm mainly just focusing on catapult men for now. How could I blow my advantage? I was basically nearly at their castle, but look at how many birds they're spawning. They're really focusing on those birds a lot. And they're pushing us back, which is a bit of a shame. I mean, I am shooting at them a lot, and I think that I am doing the best thing I can do as far as killing those birds, because look at the amount of rocks. That bird only had one shot and basically killed one of the catapult men. I think the answer really just is not to send birds, because birds are expensive, whereas my upgraded catapult men are actually very effective here. They oh, maybe they only have triple shot when they're aiming in the air. But if that's the case, it's kind of lame, because they're aiming in the air, their shots can still hit ground units up down there, I think. But then they aim at the ground and only send one shot, and it misses? Like, look, the rock wasn't hitting the catapult man. And it's pretty stupid. I don't like the fact that bugs are preventing us from winning right now. I'll get a bird and a wizard, and I will continue with my catapult men. Note how I didn't get a dragon. I was tempted to get a dragon, but I knew it was probably going to be a horrible idea considering how well our dragons have done in the past. I think the bird and the wizard are actually helping. The bird died, but it did help kill those other birds that the enemies have. So this is an intense battle. We're not actually, there isn't a clear path to victory, as far as I'm concerned, other than just spamming as many catapult men as possible. Can we go under, yeah, we can go over 10 units. I do not think there is a unit limit. Which, if there isn't, it's good, because I can eventually overwhelm them. Like, that means that this level is actually going somewhere. Because look, they can only shoot one rock before they die. And that rock only hits and kills one person. And one catapult man for one bird is a good trade-off, because the catapult men cost a lot less. Now, let's see, are we gonna be able to actually hit them? I mean, we hit that one, okay, good. So I think that bug where we couldn't hit the catapult man was just, it wasn't something that's gonna happen often. Now, we sent some goblins just so that the goblins get in there and cost them their lives, because the catapult men are gonna be here shooting whenever each new enemy appears. So we need someone to actually get in there and cost them their lives. And I should have thought that through, because I was, for some reason, I was still operating under the rules of the second game, and I thought that I was gonna send 3 goblins, but no, we sent 1. 20 upgrade points. Do we get ogres? Or do we get something that we can't get? I think ogres are the right choice. We can get hiders after that. Dine Riders. Rolling. What does rolling mean? Is rolling something that's gonna help us aim? Because if it is, I would like that. If it's not, then I have other priorities. Clone? Why is the goblin upgrade... Why does the goblin upgrade cost so much? And what does it do? What do you mean clone? Does it send 2 goblins instead of 1? I mean, that actually would not be a bad upgrade at all, but it's pretty expensive. There are a lot of other things that I would like to get instead. Look, I'm gonna be candid here. I'm gonna break off the video. But out of the Age of Defense series, which, according to what Flashpoint says at least, there's 3 of those games. If there are more, or at least any more meaningful games, since it's Belugaran games we're talking about, if there are any more meaningful Age of Defense games, you can tell me, but out of these 3, this is the only game that I'm actually genuinely enjoying, and when I opened it, I didn't think I would be playing more than 1 episode of the game. But I'm so invested into this that I am definitely playing more than 1 episode of this game. Age of Defense 1 disappointed me. Age of Defense 2 disappointed me again. I thought that it was gonna be better based on the fact that they had units and all that, and I think it was better, but not by much. This game though, considering just how similar it is to the second one in the interface and the units and everything, they reworked the gameplay and made it actually bearable to play. And now, I actually have interest in unlocking all of these units. So expect more Age of Defense 3 videos from me. And then, if I unfairly ragged on Age of Defense 2 or 1, if you think that there's something I missed that makes those games better, do tell me. I'm not planning to come back to them, but there is a chance that I will. This one I do plan to come back though. And we'll unlock things like the skeleton, the tree creature, that's gonna be fun to unlock. The hider, of course. Maybe the hider will be less of a disappointment than the dragon. I actually am enjoying this game a lot more than I thought I would be, which is a good sign, so see you in the next one. Goodbye.